far. I mean, there were so many wild fights, and I'm actually excited for a couple clips that I know they're going to be coming.
You can be offensive, and whatever works for you, just stick to it, and it seems to be working for that team. And right here, I know this was one that we were kind of placing some bets here between the offensive, and whatever works for you, just stick to it, and it seems to be working for that team. And right here, I know this one. Meanwhile, wild card, and team guessing, whatever this is, nice spot, but ultimately this team and ultimately Team Unique did end up coming out on top, which I think is big for them because Team Unique is a brand new team, and it's good to see them put performances out right from the
Not only that, but we saw Frozen start standing out on his and this is the second time where it happened for him, where he was in a 1vx situation many times, just trying to secure some additional placement points for his squad, and he did a very, very good job. And that was one of the things that we've touched on earlier. Now, I want to also. Oh, is this the Matic play, or is this?
No, in a little bit.
Okay. It's the loops play and the Matic play that I'm really looking forward to. This was a moment with Sixless, though, where you were really hyped when he did get rushed and was able to take out that enemy player. But right here with loops, yeah, it was such a heartbreaker going up against KHK, who was inside the house with pretty much zero health at that point, and Loops decides to not push it after he gets stuck on the buggy, and it did not work out in Loops' favor. And then this is the play with Matic, where he does smoke off inside the building, get up on top of the roof against Wildcard at the end of this game here. Matic is able to take out two players with that height advantage, and that decision alone is what ends up winning them the match.
I think one thing that we can all agree on is that it seemed like every team was playing so damn aggressive. It's like they didn't realize they can camp at some points here. When we take a look at the schedule, we have 5 matches coming your way today. We're going to be kicking things off on Erangel. We got Candy coming up second. Miramar is number 3. Of course, Sandhawk and Erangel to close things out. And again, you can see some letters on each of these maps. And I want you guys to explain what this means.
Yeah, that just means that some of the teams are going to be sitting out. We have different groups sitting out for the first Erangel. The teams that we're going to have sitting out are Team Uniques, B4 Esports, Team Umbra, and Headquarters. So hopefully some of the teams are able to take advantage. Maybe they saw yesterday where those teams landed, and they know now that they're not going to be landing there, so they can maybe go ahead and try to challenge that spot and get some extra loot if for some reason their spot's already taken.
And one thing I love, by the way, we got to hear a little bit of an interview with some Tempo Storm players, and they were talking about how, how do they get into Pubg Mobile, and they're playing a lot of other Battle Royales, and their friends are like, hey, why don't you give this game a try? And they jump straight in, and now they're here competing with the best of the best. And I'm saying that because we still have registration open for the PMCO Fall Split coming up later on this year, but it ends today. So hurry up, hit your friends up, text them, whatever you need to do, go to their houses, make sure you wear a mask, and get them to sign up with you to make a team, and we could, in just a few months' time, be here talking about you yourself. I would love to see that. I would love for us to put a squad together and compete against the East talent crew, but I don't want to put them to shame, guys.
Ooh,
We would absolutely destroy them. Listen, we would destroy them. Kalaris, if you're watching this, you would just get smacked, all right? West is the best, just saying.
Well, then who would be carrying us is my question. Glitter?
I'll try.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Yes, Hot Jukes would definitely carry.
Oh man, well obviously we still have so many fantastic games to come up today. I can't wait until we are able to hop into it. But as you can see, 2 players we wanted to point out off the bat are basically our kill leaders. Tenza up against Acer. We have Wildcard Gaming up against Tempo Storm. And Glitter, you can just see some discrepancies in some places, but also some similar numbers in others.
Yeah, and this just goes to illustrate why these two teams are at the top of our leaderboard right now. You see across the board that Tencent and Acer are very, very similar in damage done and in overall kills. I think the biggest discrepancy is going to be in damage received, which either means that Acer's just being way more aggressive and willing to take some of that additional damage, or Tencent's doing a better job of getting angles and creating good sightlines for himself to take safer shots. Either way, both of those players are performing incredibly well for just the first day.
And to follow up on that, actually, one thing we should mention as well in the difference between those numbers, that Tensa, he got knocked out. Their team got knocked out really badly in match 3, and he's still able to compete against the top fraggers in the league. Let's take a look though at Aaron. We're going to be hopping straight into this in just a few moments. And of course, Seven, I want you to give some newbie tips to players out there who might be casual, looking to get into competitive, going on to this map. What do you think are some of the highlights for you?
Some of the things that I'm actually going to, if this is your first time ever playing PUBG Mobile, well, what a way to start in Erangel. That is the staple map of the game. Now, there's two strategies that you can definitely go ahead and try it out. You can maybe go ahead and land somewhere where the playing pad is very far away from. That way you can get the time to loot and you don't feel uncomfortable getting into a fight right away. But if you actually want to just go ahead and improve your skill, besides the training room that we do have in PUBG Mobile, you can actually go ahead and hot drop. And I would say hot drop now because we do have this cool mode where your rank is not going to be affected. So go ahead and hop in PUBG Mobile, hot drop, and just try to get used to everything going on around you, hearing all those gunshots, seeing the footsteps on the mini map, all the fun stuff that the map and the game gives you.
We got to point out really quickly before we do hop into the game, make sure you guys follow us on Esports PUBG Mobile, as well as these two fine people. Obviously, if you go to Esports PUBG Mobile, you can see what's happening in the East League as well as the West. Maybe some highlights come in there, some overall standings. Anything you need to know will be there, as well as that 8-part documentary series. Now, we're getting close to launching off our first match. I want to start hearing some predictions here out of you guys. Let's start off with you, Glitter. What team are you backing for match number 1?
It's the first match of the day is always the hardest because it's not like they've got any momentum and everybody's a little bit cold right now. But we probably should at least be looking out for Wild Card. They did win the first Erangel yesterday. They're still playing in today. So, and they're at the top of the leaderboard. I think I'm going to be keeping an eye out for Wild Card on our first map.
All right.
Fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and
Enemies ahead. Not a problem.
रुक मेरी ये हेल्थ किट मेरी थी यार.
Keep quiet.
ऐसा ही है.
Marked a location.
अरे
I'm out. Need ammo.
रोजा
Being surrounded.
तो नहीं जीते क्या कर रहे
Marked a location.
आया अरे मुझे तो बंद करो अंकल
Being
कितने
surrounded.
कितने
I'm out. Need ammo. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. I got supplies. No. Watch out.
गोलियां तो थे
किसकी
गाने के
तूने मना किया अरे यार
मेरी फैंसी के लिए देखो 2 नंबर
दोनों पर मर गए
आप देखना है देखा
मेरा बच्चे को देख सकते हैं कौन है घर में करो रेडी
I got supplies. Okay. Enemies ahead. I got supplies. Search for vehicles. Okay.
बंदे बंदे अरे इधर 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 इधर
Enemies ahead.
हाँ मार इसको हाँ बहुत जल्दी मारे बहुत जल्दी मारे मार 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 मार
Excellent work.
तो क्या पड़ेगा
Help.
डॉक्टर भी ओके
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Help. Watch out. I'm being surrounded. Help. Excellent work.
एग्जिट हो जाओ अब मेरा हो गया एग्जिट
आदित्य मिश्रा. अरे आदित्य